Hello kids, today our story is called The Loyal General. Now once upon a time in the city of Varanasi, where you can see this lovely palace, there lived a king, and in that kingdom there was a family of crows, and in the crow family also they had a king and a queen. One day the king and the queen crow were flying across the palace, and at the window they saw the lovely food that was served to the king. Seeing that, the queen crow felt, oh wow, look at the delicious food the king is eating. Even I want to eat that. So when they stopped and they were resting, that time the king crow asked the queen, so today what do you want to eat? What should I catch for you? And that time the queen crow said, no, I want to eat the food which the king was eating. Please get that for me, otherwise I will really be upset with you. Now this was a big problem for the king crow because they are small birds. How can they go to the palace and get the food like that? But the king had a very intelligent and a very loyal general. So the general crow was very, very nice and very thoughtful. So the king shared the problem with the general. So the general said, don't worry, I have a team of very intelligent 8 crows. I will take them and I will get the food for the queen. So he gathered all the eight other crows, the intelligent and the brave ones, and he said, we have to go and collect the food from the palace. So the trick that they did was that we know the timing that the king eats. So when the cook comes out from the kitchen, at that time only I will attack the cook. So when I attack the cook, of course, if suddenly a bird comes flying onto me and just touches my nose or sits on my head, of course whatever is in my hand is going to fall down, right? So when the food falls down, when I attack that cook, at that time all the 8 of you in your mouth have to take as much food as you can and then come here and give it to the queen. So as you know, the birds, where do they carry their food? In their beak, right? Immediately don't gulp it down, they can store it in their beak. So this was the plan they made. So next day, around lunchtime, when the cook was coming out over there, already those 8 crows and the general were waiting for him. And when he was in the courtyard, the general, he attacked the cook, and when he attacked, of course the general got scared and all the food fell down, and all the crows started taking the food in their beak and started running away. Now the king saw this from the window, and the king immediately ordered the guards, go and catch as many crows as you can. But luckily all those 8 crows had already taken the food and they had run away, but the general was caught. Now, when they brought the general to the king, at that time the king asked, what were you doing? Why did you attack my food like that? Why did you attack my cook like that? I'm going to kill you for doing something so bad. That time the crow said, I am extremely sorry, but I am a general also of my king and queen of the crow community, and it was on the king's orders that I had come here to take the food because the queen demanded it. So that's the reason why I don't mind giving up my life if I have to, but I will serve my king and the queen the best I can. Hearing this, the king was shocked that just for this much of food, he was ready to give up his life for the king and the queen. My God, what an amazing and what a loyal general. And he said that from today onwards, whatever food is cooked for me, I will see to it that some food is also cooked for your queen, and the other entire crow community I'm going to send rice, and I'm going to spare your life for being such a loyal general. So, what is the moral of the story? The moral is that whenever we make any kind of promise to anybody, we must know how to keep it. And that time, we must not think that, oh, now it's going to get so difficult. Now I don't have the time. Now, what if my health gets spoiled in this? What if I get hurt in this? I don't want to do it. So, for example, we have our soldiers fighting at the borders for us, right? Now, one day the soldiers who are fighting, they say, oh, too much now, I miss my family. I don't want to fight with the enemies. Let it be. We all will go back, and all our army troops come back. Are we safe in our country then? We are not safe in our country because they are protecting us at the borders. We are sleeping soundly in our houses. If the policemen decide that, oh, why should I go and attack those robbers? Why should I go and collect all the stuff they have stolen? What if they kill me? What if they shoot at me? Let me not do my duty. But they have made a promise when they took that role of become a policeman that they are going to protect the people of the country and the community. So that promise they keep. Now we are not making promises with our lives, but we make promise to our parents sometimes, right? That I promise mom, today is Friday evening, I have a party tomorrow. I promise I will do my homework on Sunday, so Monday I don't get any detention or any punishment. But when Sunday comes and we do not do our homework and Monday we get detention, we cannot blame our mother or our parents, right? The smallest promises you will learn how to keep automatically. To keep the big promises is not going to be difficult. So always learn to keep your word. If you cannot do something, say honestly, I'm not sure I can do this, but I promise you I will try, and then do try to do it, but don't go back on your word. Okay, because everybody likes a loyal friend, everybody likes a loyal daughter or a loyal son, and even we also like people who are loyal to us, right? So learn how to keep your word and your promises. Okay, I hope you like it. Bye.